What's up, YouTube? Filthy Casual is back for a video, and I think it's been like 2 years. It's been a long time. Long story short about what happened with me. I went to law school, got hit by a car, got brain damage. So if my takes are bad, you know I'm gonna blame the car. Dropped out, came back, and now I'm back in law school. And the Knicks traded for Karl-Anthony Towns. Interesting. We lost Randall, we lost Dante DiVincenzo, we lost Keita Bates-Diop, and a first-round pick via Detroit that is lottery protected. So it's not as bad as you might initially think, given the fact that oh my God, it's from Detroit. But we're going to talk about it. This is not going to be a super long video. All these videos that I see online are absolutely massively long, like 15 minutes analyses of this stuff. And I'm not going to do this. There's going to be 4 minutes. There's going to be 5 minutes. It's not going to be that long. Okay, so stick with me. First of all, Karl-Anthony Towns is the best player in the trade. He's better than Randall. He's better than Dante. Keita Bates-Diop might be better, question mark, LOL. No. So we got the best player in the trade if you are a New York fan. And good news, Cat is under contract for 4 years. Randall was up after this season. Thing that people might not be willing to admit, Randall wasn't going to sign back with the Knicks unless we gave him an absolute bag, which not exactly what we were looking to do to shoehorn ourselves into a player who probably wasn't going to be our best player or second best player on a championship team, just because we've seen Randall in the playoffs once. That was totally healthy. He had a really bad playoffs, and then he was injured. So if we're looking at it in that perspective, he is probably not the player that we are looking for. On the flip side of that, though, Karl-Anthony Towns' contract is not great. It's not a good contract. It's massive, but we did take something that we were probably going to lose for nothing and get back a better player that we will have for the next couple of years. Karl-Anthony Towns is a great offensive player. He's a great shooter. He can spread the floor, and that will work amazingly with our five-out type offense. OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson can all shoot, and that's largely our starting five with Cat. So we're all very interested here in New York to see what is going to happen with that. But let's bring it back. Karl-Anthony Towns is not the best defender, but if it will work anywhere for him, it's probably going to be in New York. We have two of the best defensive wings in the league with OG and Mikal. Josh Hart is a good defender. Jalen Brunson is no slouch. He can take a lot of charges. He has proven that he is an effort guy. He is kind of small and is going to be carrying an offensive load, but he's not going to be doing nothing. So what does this mean for the Knicks? Well, we might have the best starting five in the league. I think the only other team that you can really argue at this point is the Celtics. And we kind of reloaded here, and we will see if that is enough to actually win the title. For the Timberwolves, this really strikes me as two things: money saving and flexibility for the future. If you don't believe in Karl-Anthony Towns as the ideal player next to Ant, then you got to get rid of him. You're under contract for 4 years, and this gives you the flexibility to possibly sign another player next to him if you think that people will want to come and play with him, which is good. People want to play with good players. That is not anything new in this realm of basketball. But do people really want to come to Minnesota? I don't know. I'm not totally sure. So, how do we square this? Well, maybe the Timberwolves management didn't want to pay him the massive contract that he's owed, and I'll be honest, I don't like the trade for the Timberwolves. I think the Randall fit is bad. You just made the conference finals, which is tied for your best ever season as a Timberwolf fan. Why would you trade away that? You were a one seed. You were a one seed. And yes, the West is loaded. Yes, you might not be a one seed slash conference finals lock, but this definitely doesn't make you better. And if Randall walks after this season, which he very well might, for a team where he might have more touches, a better fit, you're left with not a lot of return for Karl-Anthony Towns. And I just don't like it. I don't think it's a good trade on their part. I think people are trying to rationalize it to themselves, and it's just not a good look. Those are my thoughts on the Karl-Anthony Towns trade. It's been 5 minutes. I think we've hit it. And please subscribe. I don't think I'm going to be posting a lot, but I'll try to do some more and keep up with the season as best as I can. Filthy out.